What is up, guys, and welcome. Oh, jeez. Let's restart that. What is up, guys, and welcome to another beautiful Friday. It is September 12th. It is a beautiful day here in sunny South Florida. I just wanted to welcome all 887 BullRush competitors to another beautiful Friday, to another beautiful stream. I see we got a few people in here. Like always, if you ever got anything to say or, ask any questions, feel free to in the chat. I'll be looking at them constantly. We got an action-packed show today. Of course, we're going to be covering Forex, crypto, and sports, but we're going to be diving in deep with the European Central Bank and some headlines that they made yesterday regarding their interest rates. We're going to be talking about the US dollar index, or the DXY. And of course, we're going to be talking about the rupee. Seems to be the last few weeks we've had the Indian rupee in the news every single week. So of course, this week we're going to be talking about it again. Of course, I'll give you all the updates in crypto. We're going to be talking about Bitcoin, Ethereum, all those, all the new changes and things that we've been seeing with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. We're also going to be talking about stable coins and how they've reached a new $300 billion valuation. We're also going to give you an update on Terraform Labs and its co-founder Do Kwon and his current case out of Manhattan in New York City. And of course, we'll cover some of the monetary policy and how that's been affecting current crypto IPOs. And lastly, we're going to go over and give you some updates out of the Tennessee Titans. We're going to do some NFL reviews of last week. We'll give you some updates on the Tennessee Titans, the Vikings, and J.J. McCarthy. If anybody saw that game, I think I have a new favorite quarterback for this season, somebody that I might have to trade for in my fantasy leagues. The Kansas City Chiefs suffered an L. Can't say I'm not happy, but we saw they suffered a big L in Brazil. And then we're going to be talking about the FIFA World Cup, and Chelsea has a new injury. So we'll be talking about your Premier League news, updates with Chelsea's new injury with Liam Delap. And, of course, the FIFA World Cup has had 1.5 million ticket applications since they launched that on, I believe, Wednesday was when they started opening up those applications. But in just 24 hours, 1.5 million. So we're going to cover all that and more. And, of course, some updates with BullRush. If everybody knows, we're giving away this $100,000. Beautiful $100,000. Whoa, I dropped some. Whatever. We're going to be giving away $100,000 in our $100,000 NFL Survivor competition. As you know, that started at the beginning of the football season, so that started on September 3rd. But don't worry, if you weren't able to join, you can still join with our new let's just get into that. So if you haven't joined the NFL Survivor, you can still join with our satellite competition. This satellite competition is only $20 to enter. Let me say that again. It's only $20 to enter. That means for just $20, you could turn $20 into upwards of $50,000. Actually, now that I think about it, it's more than $50,000 because we're giving away $50,000 in the final round, and then we're giving away $10,000 throughout the other rounds. So, in reality, if you win first place for like the last 10 rounds, and then win first place in the final round, you could win upwards of $55,000. That's 55 and then 3 zeros at the end. $55,000. How do you enter this, you might ask? Well, I will show you. You head over here to the dashboard. You go, first off, we'll select American odds. You could either click this beautiful banner here at the top and it'll take you right to the competition. Or if you don't want that, you like to make your life a little bit harder, you can go over here and look for it. So the next one up here is the NFL Survivor Round 4. So you could click here, join that, or if you want to join the current one, which ends on the 16th, because I believe this one starts on the 16th. So you can still join our current Survivor if you can't wait to the 16th. Because the way this will work is if you join this one, this ends on the 23rd. So you'll be entered into the next round, which is round 4 on the 23rd. Right now we're in week 2 or round 2. So if you want to be entered into round 3, you would join this one. The way to go find that one is you can just go to sports, single round. You see round 4 is right here, and you see round 3 is under active. So join that active, $20, and look at this. So let me just put something into perspective for you, right? The top 10 people get entered into the NFL Survivor competition, right? Look at this. Look at this. How many people are in this competition? Oh, wait. 20 people. That's correct. There's 20 people in this competition. And also, when you look at this, bunch of people in here are wagering all $100,000 or $50,000. So I would say if you pay $20 to enter this, you have a, I'm not a statistics major. I was an economics major, but I would say statistically, you have a very, very, very high shot of making it to the final round. If we just say that everybody here, if we just say that nobody in this competition busts their account, which means that they bet the whole 100K and then they lost their bet, I would imagine that you got a pretty good shot. You got an over 50-50 shot of, even if nobody busts their account and gets disqualified, you have a 50-50 shot of making it to the final round. But I would almost bet, I would almost wager or pick that nobody's going to, or that a majority or a good amount of these people are going to just get disqualified or just lose so much that, like, look, $80,000 wagered and he only has $20,000 available bankroll, $50,000 available bankroll. Here these guys got a good amount of money here, but what are you doing, man? So if you got a spare $20, or if you just got $20 and you really wanted to get into that NFL Survivor, but you didn't want to pay $100, we lowered the price. And if you didn't want to pay $50, now this is a great way that you can get in there for just $20. So hop in there. If you want to hop in on next week, make sure you join this one. Make sure you join the round 3 competition. And then if you want to wait the following round, you're free to hop into this round 4. 20 credits. Look, there's nobody in this round 4, so you do have a fairly good shot at joining this and making it on over to potentially win your shot of $100,000. And remember, it's technically more than $100,000. Give me one sec. Let me just make sure we are all good here on the live stream. Haven't seen any chats come through. Make sure everybody can hear me here. And making it on over to potentially win your shot of $100,000. All right. Yep, you can hear me. Sorry. Just gonna do something real quick. Master Chairs Ford Best, where you at, brother? I haven't seen you here in a minute. How are we doing this fine Friday morning? Oh, I see a lot of people are also live today. Well, at the same time that we're live. Unbelievable. Picked a good time. All right. Yes, sir. All right. Well, we're just going to keep it going here. So NFL Survivor, that is a great competition. Anybody who just joined in here, don't worry. We're going to be going over some crazy news stories, your top news stories, Forex, crypto, and sports here in just a moment. Just got to cover a little bit of housekeeping. While we're here as well, whoa, we got everything open here. Sorry, don't know why that was open. While we're here, though, I wanted to go over this as well. We have our current prop discount. So for anybody that doesn't know, we are for anybody that doesn't know, we are the only verifiable A-book prop firm. This is a little too big. Let me make this a little smaller so you can see my beautiful face. But we are the only verifiable A book prop firm. What does that mean? Well, a B book prop firm is going to be essentially all of your other prop firms. What they do is you place you place a trade with them, and they take your trade and they sit there in their office and they pray that you aren't profitable. Because essentially if you're profitable, they got to pay you out from their profits that they made from all of the challenges that people bought. Us, you place a trade on ours once you're A-booked, right? So you have challenges. Once you pass all your challenges, make sure you're actually a good trader and you're not just somebody that gambles. Once you're A-booked, you place a trade with us. Instead of us sitting there and like, I hope he doesn't, I hope he isn't profitable. We're sitting there like, come on, please be profitable. Because if you're profitable, we're profitable. We put your trades into the market, which means that you are actually really trading in the market. And the profits that you make, there's actually profits being made in the market, and we split those profits with you. So there's no reason that if you have $1 million payout, for example, there's no reason for us to not pay you out because you actually made that money in the market. The reason all these other prop firms, they can't pay people out and they stop paying people out and they come up with stupid rules like, so you failed this or you're a news trader, some weird rule, and they change their terms and conditions, is because guess what? You made too much money, you traded too well, and they didn't have the proper risk and they weren't able to pay you out. With the way that we have our rules and the way that we have our A-book prop firm, we ensure that the best traders make it through, the best traders get funded, and if you do make it through and you do get funded, then you're actually trading in the market, and we hope you get I hope you get a $100 million payout, because if you make a $100 million payout, we're splitting and everybody's happy, everybody's profitable, and again, there's no reason for us not to pay you out. So first discount, code WELCOME, is going to get you 30% off all new accounts. That's every account from $5,000 to $200,000. Every account, 30% off if you've never had a BullRush account. Use code SAVE20 to get 20% off all accounts from 5K to 20K. 20K, right? Save 20 for 20% off all accounts from 5K to 25K. That's whether you've never had an account or whether you've had an account. Now, if you've never had an account, I recommend using that code WELCOME. But if you've had an account before, you can use that code SAVE20 for your next account. And then if you want something bigger, maybe a 50K, 100K, or 200K account, you can use code SAVE15 to get 15% off all of those accounts. All right, no more shameless plugs. You guys have made it through the shameless plug section of this. There's one more thing that I thought was really, really cool for all my lads, for all the lads over there, and anybody else who likes football or soccer, however you call it. We're in America, so we say we say soccer. People over there and every other place in the world, it's football. So any of you guys who like football, we have this current competition. There's only 23 people in this competition, and it only costs $1.99 to enter. It's our Premier League weekend. It just opened up yesterday. And yeah, it's $1.99. You have until September 14th to join. And the prizes are $100, $50 to first, $30 to second, and $20 to third. And yeah, you're just going to be picking on the Premier League weekend. So if you got $1.99, hop in this competition. It's a great competition to hop in. It's a great opportunity. And yeah, if you can either hop in this, it's only $1.99. So, you can, top prize is $50. So you're pretty much 25xing your money if you hit first place. And not a lot of people in that competition. So, again, great odds. A lot of people look at some competitions and, I play poker, right? And a lot of people will look at a competition and see, like a tournament or something and be like, man, there's not a lot of people in there. Like, maybe I don't want to join it or something like that. Well, brother, unless you see like a minimum, like we say, look, there's 10 people minimum. We're going to start it even if there's only 10 people in the competition. So all that means for you is you have a much better chance of winning that prize. So, if I wasn't here and I was able to compete in all of these, dude, I would be hopping in every single, like those satellite competitions, $20. Just think about this, right? You're like, I don't want to pay $20. I don't want this. Dude, think about this. You pay $20, right? 4 or 5 months from now, you get $50,000 in your bank account. Do you know how thankful you will be that you paid the $20 to enter that satellite? Those are some insane returns. If you could turn $20 in 4 months into $50,000 in the market, brother, you're the trader of the millennia. You know what I mean? So, or sports betting. If you can make a $20 sports bet or just make a bunch of little ones, I mean, you could maybe do that. I mean, very, very unlikely. Very, very unlikely. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to go off on a limb here. This is not an official statement, but I have a feeling that you have a better chance at turning $20 into $50,000 on the BullRush platform with the NFL Survivor statistically than you do going to your traditional sports book, putting $20 in and trying to place bets or trying to place a parlay that's going to hit $50,000. Way, way better chances. This is a game of skill, remember. So you don't have to, put these crazy parlays to potentially win $50,000. So just my little word of advice here. What is up, Master Terrace Ford Best? Always a privilege having you in the chat. Always a privilege seeing you. The star of Discord, the star of analysis, Master Terrace Ford Best. He has arrived. Welcome to the stream, brother. By the way, if you didn't hear that, join that $20 right now. $20 to join the NFL Survivor competition. I am getting a call here, though, so you're going to have to excuse me really quick while I answer this call.
What's going on, fine citizens? Football season is finally upon us. Rejoice. And I could be more excited to tell you that I'm partnering with my good friends at BullRush for a brand new show, the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. It's going to be sick. The hottest picks, the craziest game recaps, tons of giveaways, and so much more launching in August. Monday nights, 6 p.m. Eastern, for an hour on all major streaming platforms. You don't want to miss it. Be there and believe in the dream.
Well, you heard it here first, folks. Monday Night Edge with Dan, the man, Leach, the Squatch. We're going to be going over some NFL news here in just a few minutes, but I'm telling you what, if you really want the latest, the greatest about NFL, Dan the man's got the insights you need. I mean, I go on there and I tell you what, I pick my lineups weekly based off of what Dan says. Dan has, I think, over 30-something years of experience in sports betting or sports picking and in just sports in general. He's a commentator from anywhere from high school to college and to professional sports. He's commentated thousands and thousands of games. He's been an analyst for thousands of games. He's had his handicapping service for years now. And, there's no better person to do this Monday night show than Dan Leach. And I'm telling you what, if you have a few spare minutes on Monday night before the game, maybe you're making wings before the game, maybe you're making some burgers or some steaks before the game, make sure you check out the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. Excuse me. I'm getting so excited. I'm getting indigestion. But make sure you check out the Monday Night Edge with Dan, the man Leach, every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. That's 6 p.m. Eastern. Everywhere that we stream, everywhere that you see this video now, YouTube, Twitter, and X YouTube, Twitter, X, and I guess Twitter and X. I keep saying Twitter and X. Sorry, YouTube, X, and Twitch. Sorry, my brain, instead of Twitch, it kept saying Twitter. YouTube, Twitch, and X, and much, much more. So make sure you check that out. Every week he's going to have a guest. He has a great guest, I'm going to butcher his name. Sean, though. Sean's going to be on the show here next Monday, and they're going to be talking about some great picks. If you love NFL and you love football, that is a show you do not want to miss. So check out the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's check out let's check out the dashboard. Let's just do a little peruse, see if there's anything new. I'm gonna check it out with you guys. If you guys have any questions for the right now, let me know. If you have questions about BullRush, questions about my new haircut, questions about anything, let me know. We're gonna peruse, see what new competitions are going, see if we can check out some leaderboards. While we're at it, I think let's go to tournaments because actually the NFL Survivor Round 2 has started. So, ooh, sorry about that. Mic almost fell. But NFL Survivor Round 2 has started. So let's check out the leaderboard here. So, wow! Jeepers creepers. So it started on Tuesday. Let me check this out. Let's view this dashboard. Because I believe this round 2 started on Tuesday. Oh, that's why. I was like, it's Friday. Yeah, so there's a game yesterday. So, wow, first place already. They've already pretty much more than doubled up what their pick was. They placed let's check this pick out real quick. So these guys placed, who is this, by the way? Who is this? So Riri88 is in first place right now of the NFL Survivor Round 2. We see that they placed a $90,000 pick, so 90% of their bankroll. So this is what I'm talking about, guys. People are placing these kind of picks, and yes, this person won and cashed out huge. But if this person lost, they would most definitely be at the bottom 20% of the leaderboard. It's an incredible, Master Chairs for Best in the chat just said, it's an incredible achievement I've been having. God has been my inspiration for days. Now with the challenges and different prices, $50 to $100 among others. As a result, we continue climbing XP. Before I go into this, actually, because he brought up a great point, I just wanted to give a quick shout out to Master Terrace Ford Best. Let's hop into our Discord here. I'm going to mention something here in a little bit about our Discord, but we'll get back to that. But Master Terrace Ford Best has been absolutely killing these challenges. If you see here, he's got his $100. How's my audio? Is it loud enough? He's got this $100 challenge. Let me turn this up. There you go. He's got this $100 basic 3-to-1 challenge. If anybody remembers here, the challenges. So how much did he win here? So for the $100 3-to-1 basic challenge, he won $370. Brother, congratulations, Master Terrace Ford Best. Like I said, he's been absolutely crushing these challenges. If we just go in here into the Discord, we see he's got this $100 one, 3-to-1, so that's $370. We got this guy, Eddie Gutu, with a $50 1-to-1 basic challenge. And then here we have another one. We got the customer hidden here, but a 2-minute. This shocked me beyond everything. So this is a $50 1-to-1 challenge. Congratulations on that. This guy, Edie Getu, won that $50. Won that $50 challenge. But look how fast this payout was. And these payouts are the same speed for our prop, for our trading competitions, and for our sports picking competitions. All three, and our trading competition challenges. So that's where you just multiply your money, different from our prop challenges. But all of these, this is a 2-minute payout. Tell me another. Give me one firm that has a 2-minute payout from the time the customer inserted or requested the payout, which was at 9/8 at 11:34 a.m. and 21 seconds, and at 11:36 and 37 seconds. So that was 2 minutes and 6 seconds. 2 minutes and 6 seconds from the time that the customer said, "Give me my money," and we gave them the money. So insane. But go through here. Look, this is Master Terrace Ford Best, another challenge that he passed. And I believe you go back here, he's got more. Here's another live funded account payout. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All these payouts that we've done recently. So yeah, check that out. Shout out. That was, I mean, beyond that, beyond everything, that was just to kind of give a shout out to my boy Master Terrace Ford Best. And oh, he just mentioned too, just because he mentioned it, let's check him out in the XP leaderboard. So he is in second place with 473,147 XP points. In first place, we got Imanept with 477,000. So he's got about he's got a few thousand XP points to get into first place, but I have no doubt in my mind that he will. Let's check out our monthly leaderboard, and he is in second place there too. So he's him and Imanbat. They are the rock stars of BullRush. As you can see, they are just neck and neck there, just a few thousand away from each other. But Master Chairs for Best, I have no doubt in my mind that you can overtake and get first place. Back to the NFL Survivor competition. So first place, just what I was saying here was, look at this amazing pick. Just even though this is amazing, he made first place. This is what I'm talking about. A lot of people in here are risking all the eggs, all of the beans. And so, you know, yes, he won this and he got first place, but if he lost this, he definitely would have been in close to last. I'm sure other people had wagered 100,000 of their fantasy bankroll, so that's obviously more. But he definitely would have been last. So this is really one of those situations where it really could have gone either way. Either he, you know, hit it and, you know, got first place, or he crashed out, lost it all. But just had the point spread here on the Green Bay Packers minus 6.5. And, of course, they won that game, which will be, I think we're covering that a little bit here later. So congratulations there. But this is a beautiful, beautiful pick slip. Also, you guys can always share this if you click, let me go back. If you click share here on your pick slips, you can always share any of your slips. So if you go over here and you go to your dashboard, you can always click this little share button, and you can just click the share link here. Or we're releasing a feature where you can share an image directly. But for right now, you could just go click on the link, go to the link, and just, you know, screenshot this or something like that. You know, whatever you want. Just like screenshot this area or screenshot this area or screenshot it all. You know, whatever you want. But the good thing is if you post a picture and you have this little QR code, anybody that goes and scans the QR code, I'll actually scan it here for you and show you where it goes. So if I go up with my phone and I scan the QR code, it takes me right here. You can see. Boom. Oh. Boom. Boom. So it takes me right here where I can see the pick as well. So beautiful, right? So everything is verifiable. If you ever see one of these BullRush, that's a beautiful thing about our pick slips is they are all verifiable. If you post this online, they can go click the link, scan the QR code, and figure out if it is a legit pick. Check out who else is up in here. Up in there. View leaderboard. So that was first place. Sorry, I just lost my place. Okay, we're still here. What did Master Terrace for best? An incredible thing, bro, Davin. In some accounts of various challenges, I propose to operate in double screen to integrate the same timing of each trade. It was amazing. Amazing. All right, so what's up with this guy? We got second place here with $192,000 in bankroll, or 92% returns. And then we got third place. We got Cake, and I like that name. I love Cake. So we got Cake in second place, and then Hubert G60 in third place. So let's check out what they did really quick before we get into the news. And did they do the same thing? Oh, no, they picked Jaden Daniels pass completion over 21, and they got $192,000 payout there. So congratulations. And then let's check out third place here before we move on. So third place, They had a parlay. Good. I was hoping somebody here at the top would have a parlay. So let's check out this little bammer of a pick here. Boom, shakalaka. So we got $100,000 bet with minus 111 odds. So this guy really wanted to get a lock in. But he picked 100 grand. So this is an insane pick to make. You only get $100,000. I mean, I say only 100,000 is a lot, but it's crazy to me that this person just put all 100K down. Yes, it was almost a lock, but if you think about it, it really isn't, because football can really go. I mean, we saw the Chiefs lose this week too. So football. Even if someone's a very heavy favorite, they can lose. And especially those two bets, those two picks, I do like them. But again, money lines, it can really go either way. One person injured, it's a bad day, the temperature's not right, something goes wrong, and it can go really bad. So I'm very shocked on that. Same thing with the under 59.5. That's a high number, and it could really go either way. If it's a shootout, it'll hit, but if not, that can really be turn out bad for this person. So I'm shocked on that. But congratulations, and you made it next. I mean, if I was you, I would just hang out and not place any more picks this weekend. For all those people, first 3 people, y'all are locked in. You know what I mean? It's 80-90% of people move on to the next round, so you guys are already locked in. So chill, sit on your hands, watch the games, enjoy the show, and get one step closer to $100,000. Moving on. Sorry, did we have is there any other? So yeah, we have all these active ones. We have Billy Collins. We have the Premier League weekend, which will start. I don't think there's any games going on yet. Yeah, the games have not started, so nobody here has any movement in the leaderboard. And this was just a generic sports competition, free, 41 people in it. And first place, again, $100 competition. We're going to be running these, I believe, weekly. This ends, though, in 8 hours. But, oh, jeez Louise, look at that. Soft work in first place. All right. I said I was going to get into the news, but I got to get into this. So soft work in first place with 610% returns. Brother, let me get some plays off of you. I need some locks because my sports picks have not been good recently. $710,000. Just imagine you turn 100 into 710. He turned $100,000 into $710,000. Let's go in the dashboard. Let's check out what he did here. So, boom! That's because he available bankroll. So he put all of it at risk here. $100,000 at risk. This was all off of 2 parlays? This was all off of 1 parlay and he lost the other one? Jeez, guys. Well, look. Hey, this is the good thing about, BullRush is everything is transparent. So if I was you, I would hop over here into Softworks picks and check out what he did. So he had a plus 611 parlay that paid out $711,000 on a $100,000 wager amount or pick amount. And then he lost one that was plus 577, and he only picked $1,000, and he lost that. But that doesn't matter because he had $711,000. Just look at these stats. Last pick, average winning pick, $711,000. Average losing pick, $1,000. Brother, that is crazy. So let's check out what he did here, and view it, check it out, because that's absolutely bonkers. So $100,000 plus 611 to pay out $711,000. He had the Texas Rangers versus the Milwaukee Brewers. He had first inning is over 0.5. Solid. What? I can't believe this paid out plus 677. This is a crazy first inning over .5. So just 1 point and over just 1 point, brother. I'm taking a picture of this because in the next game, this could be this might be the move, man. This might be the move. I mean, he wagered a lot, but if it's really those kind of odds on for that is I'm sorry. I'm speechless here. That is absolutely insane. Congratulations to you, man, because that's crazy. Softwork, shout out Softwork. Second place here, we have, let's go over second, third place. We're not going to dive deep in here, but just go over them really quick. Second place, we got Gold Saint FX. And then third place, we got Mommy 21 with 165,000%. Sorry, 165,000. 165% returns and 135% returns, respectively, both over 400% behind from first place. Brother, Gold Saint FX and Mommy 21, you guys got 7 hours and 53 minutes to get an extra 450 to 480% in returns. Good luck. I believe this one's all sports. It's all sports, so good luck with you guys. But for anybody who wants to compete, this is another competition where you can compete in all sports. It's $100. It's only $199 to enter. Look at this one. If you don't want to just try to get 700% returns in the next 8 hours, hop in this next competition. This will be starting on the 21st of September. So hop in there or be square. NFL Survivor Round 4. Let's get into some news, guys. I'm tired of I'm tired as grandpa. Let's get into some news. What do you guys want to talk about first? Let's talk about Forex. You like my new little graphic right here? We'll do the Forex news and then crypto news and then a quick message from our sponsor. And then we'll go into NFL and sports. Don't worry, we're going to be talking about Premier League and NFL news and FIFA news. So FIFA, NFL, Premier League, crypto, and right now Forex. So let's get right into it, right into the Forex news. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Nice little coffee. It's Nespresso Soleil. I believe it's a Colombian coffee. I put a little bit of pumpkin spice creamer in there. Absolutely delightful. So let's get into the Forex news. So let's start in Europe, where the European Central Bank made headlines on September 11th by keeping all 3 of its interest rates unchanged. The governing council decided to maintain its current monetary stance, signaling that inflationary pressures are easing but not yet under full control. This decision prompted traders and analysts to push back their expectations for the first rate cut to December. The move reflects a delicate balancing act, fostering growth while keeping inflation on target. Shout out, very, very interesting. So, sorry, I had a message come through. Master Terrace Ford Best said, this week, great things are coming through the hand of God. Yes, sir. You know it. We have great things coming this week. We're going to have an amazing weekend, a beautiful weekend. I don't know where you live, but I'm going to kind of project beautiful, amazing weather all over the world. And we're going to have an amazing weekend. But next up, across the Atlantic, the U.S. dollar index, also known as the DXY, is holding just below the 98 level. This comes ahead of key U.S. Consumer Price Index data set to be released. Markets are watching closely after last week's softer Producer Price Index readings, and a break below the 98 threshold could signal a bearish continuation, with traders betting on potential volatility as inflation numbers guide expectations for future Federal Reserve actions. And finally, going to some place that I'd love to travel to one time, Asia. The Indian rupee strengthened on September 12th today, growing as expectations for U.S. Federal Reserve rate cuts lifted sentiment. Forward premiums surged to near a 4-month highs, signaling stronger demand for the rupee in the near term. However, analysts caution that the broader pressures, including global trade dynamics and oil prices, continue to pose a risk to sustained appreciation. The Reserve Bank of India remains focused on stability amid a complex global backdrop. Like I said, guys, I've been talking about India every week, and they have what is it? Sorry. The Reserve Bank of India. I almost said the Federal Reserve of India. The Reserve Bank of India has been doing some really great things. I really like how they've been strategically setting themselves up for the global uncertainties that we have been seeing recently. So interested to see how that goes. I haven't seen much news about BRICS, so I'm very interested to see some more updates on BRICS. Whoa. Move that up here. You guys didn't see that. Close your eyes real quick. Sorry. We got crypto up next, so let's talk about crypto a little bit. I mean, I'm looking at the prices right here. If we look at like the 1 week change, everything is green for the last week. So we'll go over the news and we'll dive in a little bit into the charts here in just a moment. Major cryptocurrencies surged this week with Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP all posting significant gains. This rally was fueled by favorable U.S. economic signals and growing expectations of Federal Reserve rate cuts, and excitement surrounding a wave of crypto-related IPOs. Companies like Gemini and Figure Technologies are entering the public market, boosting confidence among institutional investors and retail traders alike. This positive sentiment has brought a wave of optimism across the sector, pushing Bitcoin closer to key resistant levels and lifting the entire crypto market cap. We've seen the market cap for Bitcoin just pump. Meanwhile, the stablecoin market is nearing a historic milestone of $300 billion in total value. Industry giants like Tether and Circle continue to dominate, Industry giants like Tether, which is USDT, and Circle, which is USDC, continue to dominate nearly 80% of the market share combined. However, new competitors are beginning to emerge as regulatory clarity improves worldwide, setting the stage for increased innovation and adoption in the payments DeFi sector. Analysts say that the growing stablecoin market underscores how essential these assets have become for liquidity, cross-border transactions, and institutional trading. And of course, I told you guys we're going to head over to New York and talk about some legal stuff. So in a major legal development, Do Kwon, co-founder of Terraform Labs and the figure at the center of the infamous Terra Luna collapse, has pleaded guilty to multiple fraud charges in the Manhattan courtroom. The Terra ecosystem implosion of 2022 wiped out billions of dollars in investor capital and sent shockwaves through the crypto industry. This guilty plea marks a significant step toward accountability and may influence how regulators and courts handle future crypto-related fraud cases. Of course, looking ahead, analysts are closely watching the interplay between inflation data, U.S. monetary policy, and the wave of crypto-linked IPOs. If rate cuts materialize and regulatory frameworks continue to evolve, this could set the stage for further rallies in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other major assets. From rapid market growth to high-stakes legal battle, it's clear that crypto remains one of the most dynamic and closely watched sectors in global finance. And if we take it on over here, we can just see the charts are off the charts. I mean, if we're looking in the last week, we got I mean, not crazy changes, but we're seeing good changes, and the key is changes in the right direction. We're seeing XRP over $3 again. We're seeing Bitcoin hovering around the 110 to 115 mark, and we're seeing Ethereum hover in the 4,500 mark. Ethereum, especially in the last few weeks, if we go to month, so this month it's up 3%. This year to date, it's been absolutely crushing the year to date metrics. Over the last year, when we go over here, December, January, we were at 3,003. Yes, it dipped. There's a big dip on all crypto. Hopefully everybody bought in here because it's absolutely pumped up to 85% over the last year. If we head over here to Bitcoin, we can see that. Switch over to the daily chart, weekly chart here. We can see this week it's been pumping up again. Started in the 110s, and now, of course, at the end of the week, we're here at the 115 mark. The last month, we've seen quite a bit of decline here, down 3% this year. But again, up same as Ethereum, up in the 80s, 89% year to date, or 1 month. So 1 year ago in September last year, we were at 50, 60,000. Now we're at over double, 114,000. It is a beautiful sight to see. And last but not least, my absolute favorite. I know it's the hated one about everybody. I know this right here. This is something that everybody hates, and why everybody is very skeptical about XRP. But I'm a big proponent of its functional utility in the crypto space. We don't have to dive into that because I don't want to sit here and shill a crypto, but I really like XRP. Over the last week, we're up 5.63%. Almost the winner of this week as far as returns. The last month, we are down 4.29%. Of course, we all remember that big pump in August that brought us up to 335. But over the last year, and this is the winner of the biggest come up this year, we're up 429%. 1 year from now, and I kick myself in the butt every day for not keeping it, which I had some at like 10 cents and I sold it at like 40, whatever. 58 or 53 cents all the way up to $3 and look at the market cap. Let's check out the market cap. $181 billion. Bigger than probably one of your favorite companies here. Let's play a really quick commercial, and then we're going to go into the NFL and Premier League news. Remember, the NFL Survivor, even though you can't join the NFL Survivor directly, this ad will be about the NFL Survivor. So even though you can't join the NFL Survivor directly, we do have our $20 satellite competition. So that's going to be $20 to enter and potentially win upwards of your share of $110,000.
This isn't fantasy football, it's real competition. Welcome to the NFL Survivor Tournament. You versus the field. $100 to enter, $100,000 in total prizes, $50K to the winner. Start each week with a $100K bankroll. Pick games, win returns. Top 80% survive. Bottom 20%, you're out. Bankroll resets weekly, no carryover. 20 weeks, $100K. Will you take home the cash? Sign up, lock in, and let's see if you've got the guts to survive.
Hello? Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm on a podcast right now. I gotta go. Sorry, haters calling. I can't. I should just do the rest of the podcast like this. The prize money is on my head. If you haven't already, join $20 to potentially win schmackaroos. All of these look, you can hear it. Smells like financial freedom. All right. Well, let's get into the news here for NFL. We've had lots of crazy stuff happening. Am I a little glitchy? Let me fix this a little bit here. Sorry, it looked like I was a little blurry, and I can't have my beautiful face being blurry, especially when I'm talking the news. So let's get into it. I don't know if my mouth is just off or what's happening here, but we're going to just keep going like nothing's wrong. So first up, we got, obviously, I told you, we're going to be talking about NFL. So I'm going to take my sip of my pumpkin spice coffee, and let's get into it. So the Tennessee Titans have secured a key piece of their defense, signing safety Amani Hooker to a 3-year extension worth approximately $48.6 million. The move comes early in the season as the Titans focus on locking down core players to build long-term stability on defense. Hooker, known for his versatility and leadership in the secondary, has been a consistent presence for the Tennessee. Jesus, sorry, I got a little teleprompter here, and it started moving a little fast. I got to slow it down here. He has been a consistent presence for Tennessee and will now remain a central figure as the team looks to compete in a tough AFC South. Can't read. It was a night to remember for the Vikings rookie quarterback J.J. McCarthy, who overcame a rocky start, including a costly pick six, to lead Minnesota into a stunning fourth-quarter comeback over the Chicago Bears. The rookie's resilience drew praise from none other than Tom Brady, who applauded McCarthy's poise and emotional leadership under pressure. This breakout performance not only electrified Vikings fans, but also gave the team a glimpse of a potential franchise quarterback. I'll tell you what, I'm a fan. I'm J.J. McCarthy all the way. Yes, there is a pick. We'll see how the rest of the season goes, but that electrified me. And one thing that I want to know about that before we move on is just how the leadership within the team. You know, having a pick six like that, and kind of a shitty game at the beginning there, and having the whole team turn around and rallying the team up and to secure a W like that was just really great. And I'll tell you what, I was fired up and sitting there watching the game. I was fired up. I was ready to go hop out there in the field and get the dub myself. You know what I mean? So shout out J.J. McCarthy, someone I'm going to be looking at for a while here, and I think he's going to have a really great time in the league here. The Kansas City Chiefs suffered a major setback to their season goals with a stunning loss to the Los Angeles Chargers in Brazil, a defeat that dropped their chances of earning the AFC's coveted top seed from roughly 18% down to just 7.5%. The game exposed concerns on offense as injuries and suspensions left quarterback Patrick Mahomes without key weapons in the passing game. While still early in the season, this loss creates a steep uphill battle for Kansas City as they fight to maintain their dominance in a competitive conference. Of course, we're not going to be talking about the Ravens and their loss and how they've dropped in seeds as well. We're going to ignore that for now and go right to FIFA. So demand for the 2026 FIFA World Cup is off the charts, with FIFA announcing that it received over 1.5 million ticket applications in just 24 hours after the pre-sale draw opened. The massive response came from fans across 210 countries, with co-host nations United States, Mexico, and Canada leading the surge. This unprecedented demand highlights the global excitement surrounding the first ever 48-team World Cup, set to be hosted across 3 nations and featuring more matches and more venues than ever before. I know that I am very excited for. I know that I am super excited about this. I am super excited about the FIFA World Cup. I don't watch soccer too much. I watch the World Cup. I'm the World Cup soccer watcher. So I'll watch the World Cup. I'll watch all the big Premier League, Bundesliga games. But I'm not watching soccer every day. So to have a FIFA World Cup in this many different countries is very exciting. I know. I had a friend who sent me the link, and I was on there for the ticket drop on Wednesday, I believe, and 1.5 million tickets for just the pre-sale. Guys, this is just I didn't even know about it till the day it happened. That's just because my buddy sent to me. He was like, hey, you want to go to the FIFA World Cup? Go on this link. So just the pre-sale, just to potentially get a drawing to be able to purchase a free ticket. Sorry, not free, to purchase a ticket. 1.5 million is absolutely crazy, and this just shows the power of the world sport soccer, the world sport football. In Premier League action, Chelsea has been dealt a major blow as young forward Liam Delap has been ruled out until December with a severe hamstring injury. The setback is worse than initially feared and comes as a critical point in the season as Chelsea faces a grueling run of fixtures, including domestic league games and European competition. Losing Delap's speed and attacking presence will challenge the team's depth and force manager decisions that could shape the club's performance in coming months. All of this and more coming straight to you from BullRush. Very interesting there. Again, I don't watch a lot of soccer or football, as you guys would say, so don't know much about this Delap guy, but hopefully he has a not long. Just wished him the worst. Hopefully he has a short recovery. Anybody in the chat here trying to see the FIFA World Cup, let me know if you guys are near one of the stadiums. I know they're playing it in Miami. I believe it's the Hard Rock Stadium. It's got to be the Hard Rock Stadium. I mean, it could be the Inter Miami Stadium, but that's a smaller stadium. So I would assume it's the Hard Rock Stadium, but gonna try to catch one of those games. Hopefully, here. Yeah, shout out to JJ McCarthy and also Amani Hooker on that $48.6 million 3-year extension deal. I mean, that is absolutely crazy. And it deserves. I'm sure he deserves it. So that's 16. If anybody doesn't know, that's $16 million a year. He's making over $1 million a month. And if you break that down by just the games, he's making like what, 200,000-300,000 and something a game. Crazy. They always have bonuses. I'm sure he has some yardage or catching or some sort of bonuses on that. So this has been the show. I've had a great show. Make sure you use code AMA promo on bullrush.tech just to get a deposit bonus. So you're going to get a 100% deposit bonus. You put in $50, we're going to match your $50 with an additional $50. Make sure that you hop in here, join the NFL Survivor for your chance at a share of $100,000 up to $55,000 is the amount you can win. So make sure you hop in there and join this competition. $20 to enter. Top 10 people move forward. If you don't remember, 20 people joined, so you got a good chance of moving forward. Also, don't forget the prop account, our prop deal as well. Use code WELCOME, 30% off all brand new accounts. Save 20% off 5, 10, and 25K accounts, and save 15 for 15% off all 50, 100, and 200K accounts. And then, of course, last but not least, do not miss our new show every Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern with the man with the plan, Dan Leach. He's going to be going over all of the highlights from the previous week. He'll be going over previews of upcoming weeks, injury lists, all your latest NFL news, and, of course, the best picks for that upcoming week. And of course, he'll give you picks for that Monday night game too, so you can throw those in there and capitalize a little bit on that. He's essentially, what I'm saying is, the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach, that 6 p.m. show that we have on the same channel that you're watching this on, is going to be your key to winning the NFL Survivor. So don't miss that. Make sure you're in there. Don't be square. We got one more question from Master Chairs for Best. He said, Davin, what is your favorite NFL team that always wins against any rival? Well, I don't think I have a favorite team that always wins against a rival. My favorite team is the Baltimore Ravens. We typically beat most rivals in regular season. Obviously the biggest rivals for the Ravens are the Steelers. For a while it was the Patriots, and typically for the Ravens, which is my favorite team, the biggest rivals are always going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers, just location-wise. If anybody knows American geography, they're fairly close to each other. And for years, it's always been my parents have raised me to hate the Pittsburgh Steelers. So Steelers are always a rival. We always beat them. We just blow them out the water. So no issue there. And it's usually whoever is the other best team, because we're one of the best teams in the league. Don't want to toot my own horn, but it's usually whoever is the other best team. So last few years, it has been the Chiefs. And, honestly, the last 2 years, I've been really seeing a big rivalry brew up against the Bills. And unfortunately, this week we played the Bills, or I guess I should say last week we played the Bills. We lost, so we couldn't win. But yes, shout out to the Baltimore Ravens, Super Bowl bound, Lamar Jackson MVP bound. Josh Allen stole the MVP from Lamar Jackson. I'll say that here. Use code AMA promo, 100% deposit bonus. Use those prop discounts to get your prop discount. Watch the Monday Night Edge with Dan Leach. Join the NFL Survivor. Join the Premier League. And don't forget, we have 2 free trivia competitions that have some amazing prizes this weekend. Saturday is going to be on trading, and Sunday will be on sports. So make sure you join those. Have an amazing day. Have an amazing weekend. And have an amazing week next week. I'll see you soon.